clerical work or the communication side of things, or having a
Mhm.
team or being a manager. Like it all taught me something. And so I think
Yeah.
that would be my biggest piece of advice to kids like in college or high school is like try things out. Like if
Yeah.
you can get an internship to do something, like do it. And
Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Career Talk with the CIA. I'm your host, Eliza.
I'm your co-host, Kylie.
And today we are joined by Anna. Would you like to introduce yourself further?
Yeah, so my name's Anna Fletcher. I am the undergrad academic advisor for all on-campus students.
Awesome. And how did you
How did you get here?
how
It was actually quite the long journey. I have floated around from job to job, and just trying to figure out like what I enjoy. And
Mhm.
I moved to New Mexico about 2 years ago after getting my bachelor's, and I decided I was like, if I don't find a job like soon that I enjoy, I'm moving. I cannot take this. I moved here with my boyfriend, current fiance now. But I let him know like I'm out. I can't do it. And then I saw this job, academic advisor at USW, and threw my hat in the ring. I've always said like the only difference between you and somebody else is that they went for it. So I
Yeah.
mean, just figured I'd go for it. And
I'm about to put that in my caption. What the heck? That was a bar. What the heck?
Yeah, I threw my hat in the ring, and thankfully, like I did have my bachelor's in communications, so that
Mhm.
helped me get the job. And yeah, been here about 2 years now. So
How cool.
yeah.
Wait, you said you moved to New Mexico. So where are you from?
Originally Tennessee. I was born there. I spent the first 9 years of my life there, and then we moved to Denver City, Texas, which is about 45 minutes away.
Mhm. From
And
here?
no, we moved from Tennessee to Denver City, Texas.
Oh,
Oh
okay. I
yeah,
was like,
45 minutes away from Hobbs.
oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Sorry.
okay. No, you're okay.
And then went to high school there, graduated, and then got my associate's degree at NMJC in Hobbs, and that's where I met Canyon, my fiance, and then got my bachelor's in Lubbock, Texas, and moved back to USM.
So you went Hobbs, Lubbock, Hobbs.
Yeah,
Did you think you were gonna come back to Hobbs?
didn't at all. Really was hoping I wouldn't, but I'm glad I'm here now. It's definitely
That's also
grown on
true.
me.
She said, I hope that would. Okay, so knowing that you have had a life outside in New Mexico prior to this, have you like worked any other jobs?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
where else have you worked?
Okay, so how long do we have? I started my first job was at Sonic. Worked there for like 2 years when I was in high school. Yeah, it's a lot of like beginner jobs, you know.
Yeah, I
It
hated
was.
that place.
I
Harry,
loved it.
do not shout out Harry. Actually, no shout out.
No, I didn't mind it. I really like people, so like the customer service aspect of it was
Uh-huh.
probably my favorite part. And then left high school and got a quick job at Cheesecake Factory, and then a job at Dutch Bros, which is a little coffee shop in Lubbock.
I love Dutch Bros, and you look like you would work there. Like you look like the.
I would love to pull up to the window and it's Anna there,
Aw.
guys. Stop. Look at her. Here you go. I would love to see Anna at the next Dutch Bros. Everyone's like, no,
Sorry. Okay.
no, you're good.
Back on. Back on.
But yeah, and so I worked there for like 2 years, and I became assistant manager. Had my own little team, and like,
Uh-huh.
and I loved that job. Like, I speak nothing but high things about Dutch Bros and like the company, the culture. It's just all
That's
really
so
great.
cute for you.
Yeah. And then I graduated, and then I moved here, and I worked at Planet Planet Fitness, and then Buffalo Wild Wings, and then the casino, and then Pilot gas station, and then now USW. So
You have been through a roller coaster.
yeah, absolutely.
You'd say Dutch Bros was your favorite?
Yeah, I think this job has beat it out, and I don't just say that because I'm here on camera. But no, I do think that like maturity wise, like this job really has been the best for me. But
Mhm.
Dutch Bros taught me a lot of really valuable lessons and shaped kind of what direction I wanted to go for my career. So
So you did all this working while you were a student.
mhm, yep.
So what were you studying?
Well, I was getting my initially initially started as political science, and then I went to business, and then I went to communications. So I ended up graduating with communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think you been through a roller coaster academically,
Yeah.
job
I'm
wise?
a little indecisive.
Did you play sports?
I did not. No, I was a cheerleader my junior year of high school. Um,
Looks like
and
it.
and I did try sports. I did like the softball and the track and gymnastics, but I there was nothing really that I stuck with. So
Fair enough.
So growing up, what career path did you plan on going down?
I definitely would say something more political. I did debate all 4 years of high school. I was really good at it. I just love like politics and getting involved in like what's going on in the world and stuff and arguing. Not gonna lie, I like arguing. So I really thought like my government teacher he kept calling me Madam President because he was convinced like that was the route that I was going, and I would have loved to. It just didn't like play out that way. Going to school for political science, I think I got kind of put in upper level classes too soon, and so I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so out of my wheelhouse." Like I'm unprepared, and I just kind of dropped it from there. So
Fair enough. But I mean, it led you to where you are now, so
yeah,
I'd say that's a win-win.
and I think like eventually I would like to get involved more in like the city side of things, and but right now I'm just really busy, so
Fair enough.
not happening. But
So are you glad that your path's changed?
um,
Like, do you wish that things would have gone better with political science?
Yeah, I think it would have been really cool. I see a lot of like girls from my high school who did go that route and I am jealous of them. Like I just think it's cool to make a change and
Yeah.
all of that. So that's why I say like eventually I do want to get back into it, but I
Mhm.
can't say that I like regret the way things turned out.
Okay, okay, okay. I love that for you. Okay, so knowing that you went to college, so you lived, I'd say, at least a similar life as we are, even though your campus was like 10 times bigger than ours. So what was your college life like?
I actually like that is one of my regrets is that I just wasn't as involved in like the school stuff. I mean, because it was a bigger school, they had a
Yeah,
lot of things to do, and I
yeah.
just didn't put myself out there like I should have.
Like you were just school,
Um,
school, school.
school and work. That was pretty much my two routes. And then Baxley, my fiance, he was in Hobbs, and so every weekend I was traveling to go see him, and
Mm.
so yeah, missed out on quite a bit of that. But I did enjoy it. Like I think
Mhm.
Tech was a good school, and I experienced a lot of good things. So.
So did you have like a friend group and stuff, or was it just you and Bay?
Unfortunately, it was just me and Pay.
Hey, unfortunately, you still have
Well,
somebody
I
miss you.
yeah.
Like the weird girl eating in like the bathroom, like you were still cool.
Yeah, it actually took me like a long time to kind of figure out how to make friends after
Mhm.
high school, I think. Like my junior year of high school, my friend group kind of dispersed.
Yeah.
And so after that, I was just kind of stranded and like,
She said,
yeah, where do
friends.
I go? And it was hard to just like be intentional, I think, was,
Yeah.
to go up to someone and be like, hey, do you want to hang out and go do this? And you're like,
You look like
what
you
if I'm
like
weird?
coffee.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So yeah, but thankfully, like since moving to Hobbs, I have such a great friend group now, and
Aw.
I'm very lucky for that.
Are all your is your friend group coworkers or like outside of the school?
They're outside of the school. I actually kind of adopted my fiance's friends. Like when I
I
moved
love
in
that
with
though.
him, I was just like, well, you're all now my friends. And like
Hey, fair enough. As long as they like you and you like them, I
exactly.
think that's
Yeah.
okay.
And there's some of them that are like better friends with me now than they are Canyon. Like he'll say he's like, "How is so and so doing?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they're good. We talked like a week ago." And he's like, "I hate how you know more about my friends than I do."
Hey, but that's still
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting off of college really quick, we're gonna jump into some fun questions really quick. Okay, if you could be an animal for a day, what would you be and why?
Oh my gosh. Why are the other questions like easier? Um, you know, probably like some kind of lizard, I think. I really like to just like bake in the sun as much as possible.
Love that.
So yeah, that I think just sunbathing on a rock sounds really nice.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Anyway, probably Ireland, I would say. My gut is Tennessee just because like that's where I grew up and I have like a
Mhm.
really lot of fond memories there. But I think if I was given the opportunity to live anywhere and I picked somewhere in the United States, that would be kind of a bummer. But
A
so
little bit.
yeah, so I would definitely say Ireland. It's really, really pretty. Love the Irish accent too. It's a great accent. And my parents went there for their honeymoon, so
Aw,
they've always talked really highly of it.
That's so cute. Okay, our all of our questions are like very similar. It's just okay. I need you to actually think
Okay.
on this. I need this to be so genuine. Okay,
Got it.
this has to come from the heart.
Perfect. I got
And then you guys are gonna hear the question and wonder ask and all that. If you could be a kitchen utensil, anything, what would you be and why? Anything in the kitchen. Any wherever is used in the kitchen. Even in the junk drawer. I'm just kidding.
Okay, this is kind of an obscure answer.
That's okay. That's
So,
what I need.
um,
That's what I'm looking for.
have y'all ever used a grapefruit spoon? I told you. Yes, you have?
My mom has. I have. Okay, I haven't personally used it, but I've seen it.
Okay.
I know what it is.
Yeah. So if you don't know what it is, it's just a spoon that has like little spikes on it so that you can like dig into the grapefruit. I think that's what I would be like, because I mean, it's used to like edge to it. I love that question, and we don't ask it like once a semester. I love it so bad.
So back to high school, what kind of debate did you do?
Okay, so I did a little bit of everything. My favorites definitely were CX or cross examination and Congress as well. Uh, but I did like the extemporaneous speaking and LD. You know, I tried it all. Even did like prose and poetry. That a lot of speech and debate is combined together. CX is just like you have a team. It's you and one other person against another person and their teammate. And you go over like a bill or something that's trying to be passed into this like greater bracket and argue different points on it. I just really enjoyed it. But yeah.
Okay, so I feel like debate played a big role in you wanting to be in political science. So, did you just decide on ending up in this field truly like based off of just needing a job, or like in the back of your mind was this like an option for
I-
you?
As far as like ending up in this field, do you mean like the degree that I got or the job that I have?
The job that you have.
This was just kind of an opportunity that I like stumbled upon on Google, LinkedIn, and I was like, oh, okay, like I might be interested in that, and I shot at LinkedIn, yeah. But no, it's been great. Like it checks a lot of my boxes as far as like what I would look for in a job. I really value having a team, and I think having kind of like students as my team is really cool. Like I get to be a part of their academic journey, and I know academic advisors get a lot of hate. Sometimes rightfully so. Like I know that they they kind of they put people through the ringer for sure. But as long as like everything goes seamlessly, then I have like a pretty good relationship with students, and that's really nice.
So you'd say that you enjoy this career,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though it wasn't your first choice.
Definitely. Yeah, I really do want to stay like in the academia field. It might not be academic advising forever, but I do think just like being around this age group of kids is really cool. Y'all are kind of experiencing something like that I experienced very recently. So that's it's just
Do you think it's easier because you're closer to age, like with us?
yeah, definitely. I think I like relate a lot more to what students are going through and like their frustrations and the fear of like not graduating on time or like looking for a job and stuff like that's all very recent to me. So I can have empathy for all of that. So.
So growing up like a lot younger, where did you want yourself to be in your career?
Um. Ooh, that's like third question. Validate. Thank you. No, as it should. Um. Man, when I was like really little, I want to say probably like a teacher for a while. That was a big one.
What grade?
Like what teaching what grade? Young kids for a while. I really was like, I'm gonna teach, little. But then as I've grown up, no offense, but I don't like little kids very much. I couldn't do it. Really just like
You look like you'd be like a fifth grade teacher.
fifth grade teacher. No, I don't think anything younger than high school age.
Fair
Like but I don't want to teach high school. Like I taught freshman orientation this last semester. Thought I would not enjoy it. Loved it.
Oh,
Absolutely
okay.
loved it. Yeah. Because again, it's like a perfect age group.
Mhm.
But anything younger than that, I think I would just get very annoyed with.
She kick a few kids.
Yeah.
She look like she don't reply, but she kick a few kids. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so what skills and experiences have been the most valuable in your job? Like where you're at now?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, that's a great question actually, because not actually, y'all been asking great questions all around, but I would say my attention to detail has definitely had to improve. Like I
Mhm.
don't not very like prone to double checking my work, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And I would just kind of, like, oh, this is probably good or whatever, and skate through it and then end up having problems later on.
Uh-huh.
And so I learned that pretty quickly, like, hey, it pays to just go back over it.
Yeah.
And as well as just like looking ahead and being like, okay, this is the next major project that's coming up. Like in the next semester is starting in 3 months. Like,
Mhm.
let me get that schedule out, or who's graduating next.
Mhm.
Like, let me go ahead and start working on that rather than waiting. You're gonna talk about good quotes. It's better to be someone who is told to wait than someone who's wait to be told. And so that message, like that got me through like some of my biggest struggles when starting a new job, is
Uh-huh.
because I kept being like, someone tell me what to do. Like this is
Yeah, like you
yeah.
were very codependent.
Right, exactly. And then I realized, especially with this job, is like it's better for me to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And then to have someone come by later and be like, hey, like we don't need to do that right now. Like just give it some time or whatever.
Mm.
But yeah.
I love that. So, with that, like you're kind of like your own independent person, but you still work with a ton of people.
Mhm.
So, how would you say that like benefits like the culture of your workspace?
Sure. Yeah. I the communication and the cohesion that happens behind the scenes is incredibly important to y'all's experience.
Yes.
Like there has to be complete transparency in every single academic group, so that way we all are on the same page as far as helping students, especially like athletics and academics. Like y'all have certain requirements that y'all have to meet to be eligible or to have your scholarships or whatever, and so we have to stay in contact with the coaches on that. Or yeah, just like the cohesion, I think is just really important. So email and Zoom and Teams, and you get
Yeah.
real comfortable like talking on the camera in front of people, because that's we have a lot of remote workers at USW, and so that's
Mhm.
just like the way the conversation works. But without it, like you'll drown. So you have to depend on people.
That's so cool. Like I feel like I'm just like, Anna, what are my classes? I don't think about like what actually happens. I'm just like, troll, skip it on in there. Hey, Anna,
Hey,
how's it
girls.
going?
So,
Yeah.
what's this year looking like?
Like,
Yeah.
I have time.
Time. I can figure this out. Yeah.
But
No.
she's like, look, he's stressed. Trying to help us out.
Yeah. I mean, and like even with like scheduling, I would say scheduling is like the biggest part where we're having to communicate with other departments, is because like I have to consider other teachers' time and like when they can have classes. And oh,
Mhm.
is this classroom being used for a biology course, or is this classroom being used for a religion course? And
Yeah.
and trying to make all the classes in the same building and remember which classes are only offered online. Like there's a lot that goes into it. That
God bless.
Yeah, I had one student came in to get like situated with some classes, and he was like, okay, well, can we do this? And I was like, no, because of that. And he's like, all right, well, what about this? I'm like, no, because of this. And like, oh, well, we could go to Straighter Line and we could look at the classes that they offer. And like, it was like a 45-minute conversation of just like redirecting. And he's like,
Good.
how do you remember all of this? And I'm like, honestly, I have no idea. Like, just scrap it.
It's just engraved.
Yeah.
Honestly, Straighter Line comes in clutch, but only the credits transfer. Like they didn't count for like my GPA.
Right. Yeah.
So they didn't transfer to my GPA. So they didn't like my GPA is still a little messed up.
Yeah.
But like I have all my credits.
Yeah. Transfer credits, whoever's out there, they're not included in your GPA.
Yeah.
So
But they help your credits.
they help your credits.
Promise. Good morning to you. I promise it does.
Okay, so how is your current job impacting your career planning?
Well, for one, I got my master's degree, because USW helps pay for that as as someone who works here. So that's really cool. And I honestly never even wanted to get my associate's degree. I did dual credit in high school, and my parents were like, you're already halfway there. Like, just go ahead. And I was like, no. Okay, fine. So I got my associates and they're like, you're halfway to a bachelor's. All right,
Hey,
fine.
they got you through.
Yeah. And then I moved here and then my dad was like, they pay for their master's. Like, you come on. I was like, okay, fine.
You might as
So, yeah,
well.
but I'm not getting my doctoral. I am not. Like, I draw the line somewhere. Don't make that face like that. Yeah, but no, I would say that's like the biggest impact on my career wise. That's gonna serve me long term for sure. But then just like organization, this is the first like sincere desk job I've had. And so keeping organization with paperwork and different files and like the importance behind where you put those files and like cybersecurity and all of that, that's been really like stressed to me that was never before. So that's really cool though.
Oh, shoot. Okay. So I know you said that you don't plan on being here very, very long, but I mean, you're still probably gonna be here the next couple of years at least.
Yeah.
At least until I graduate, right?
Yeah, right. No,
Yes.
absolutely. Just realized.
Cool. Anyway, okay, so like you said that you don't plan on staying here very long, but like you're obviously gonna be here the next few years. So are there any like opportunities for advancements, or are you just where you're at until you find your next path?
Yeah, so basically, whenever there's a position that opens up at USW, they kind of send out an email to employees first to say, like, hey, this is opening up soon. If it's something you're interested in, talk to your department manager. And then, that department manager about maybe transferring over because you don't want to leave anybody shorthanded,
No,
basically.
yeah.
But I would say, and I might be wrong on this, but I feel like we have like the main directors, of each department. And then after that, it kind of there's not really a hierarchy. Like it's just we're all working towards the same goal.
Yeah.
There's not like I don't have like three different bosses. Like I feel like I've just got like Dr. Lopez and then Dr. Tipton. And well both Dr. Tiptons really realistically.
Brilliant.
But yeah, and so we just kind of answer to all the directors. But as far as like where I go from here, I think it would just be, like to a different position. But
Yeah. So you said you guys are all working towards the same goal. The same goal would be what?
enrollment and just getting kids registered and graduated, basically.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Getting the numbers up.
Getting them happy.
Fair enough. Okay. So you said that like they make the opportunities available to you guys first. So have you ever like looked into any of those opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. We had like a financial advisor, not financial aid, but like business office, dealing with student billing and stuff. We had one of those open up. Kind of looked into that, but I don't want to deal with numbers or money, so not my forte. But yeah, no, I'll always look at them when they come up just to see if that's something I'm interested in. I mean, like the role that Jonathan Gamboa had, not the academic advisor, but like the communication side of it.
Yeah.
That's basically what I went to school for. So like
okay.
kind of looked at that, but I'm not familiar with sports very much. So I was like, I might be kind of useless when it comes to that. So, didn't get to that. Plus, I'd only been here for, like 6 months when that position was. So,
okay, yeah.
but yeah, no, I keep my eye out, but I do like what I do. So,
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Have you has like the thought of changing what you're doing ever like crossed your mind like right now, like freshly changing it? Or you just know it'll change down the line?
Yeah, it'll change. That's pretty much it. But I mean, like, I will say that now that I've been here for like a year and a half, and I've kind of seen like a full year's worth of tasks and responsibilities and stuff, and I do plan ahead, and I'm trying to find better ways to perform certain duties and stuff. I will say I'm excited to do something different because I can see how this job would be very like every year is the same thing, but going forward, I think, I will be excited to try something new and learn something different. So.
You think you'll still work with like within the schools?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I love college kids and like the academia side of things, and I understand it. I mean, when I was going to school, I was not involved with my academic advisor at all. Didn't even know what a degree plan was. Didn't know I could change my classes. Like I just kind of took whatever she said.
She was like saying, "Well, this class sucks."
Oh well, yeah, exactly. So that's what I always tell like like freshman orientation when I was teaching that. I was like, argue with me, please argue with me, and like you're gonna know your classes and your situation better than I ever will.
Yeah.
So if
because they're in the class.
They're in the class, yeah, and they like, the more involved you are in your studies, the better off you'll be. Not just, like, in what the classes you're taking are, but, like, where you're at in your degree plan, what classes you have left, what course subs that are going in. Like, it not only makes your life easier, but it makes my job easier
Yeah.
because we have 2 eyes on
Uh-huh.
your degree plan. So
Yeah, it's not just one perspective.
yeah, yeah.
Dang, that was good.
So, kind of bouncing off of Eliza's question, where do you want or like, what do you want your career to look like in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah. So I got my master's degree in human resources. So I do kind of want to go that direction of like I actually enjoy like the hiring and firing process. I know that's like psychotic, but like like I said, I love having a team. I love having people who it's so important to have a good manager. It impacts the whole company and your team's outlook on life. And I mean, you spend 40 hours a week at this job. Like, I want it to be a decent place for you to go to. Um, and so, yeah, I want to go like the HR or like, I've heard it called people in communication. They're kind of changing the people in culture. They've changed the name a few times because HR is a lot of people don't like HR. It's got kind of a bad rap because it is the
like a
place
bad picture painted on it.
a lot of people do associate it with like getting in trouble or like being fired or whatever. And so yeah, I'm hoping though like to be able to change that. And I think it is it's about the people that you're hiring for those positions that shape like what HR looks like for that company.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, that's the direction I'd like to go is just kind of get involved in setting a company up for success, I guess, is like picking good employees and making them feel valued and heard and all that.
Yeah. So do you so I mean, I guess this is practically what you just asked, but not what you just asked. So like you're very open-minded to using your degree for something else.
Yeah, definitely.
Like 'cause you picked a very diverse degree.
Yeah,
So you have
both
like
of them are.
yeah, you have a lot of options
Yeah,
ahead of you.
and that was kind of why the communications was the route that I chose because I gotta be vague because I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get pigeonholed into one thing and be like, oh, I actually, want to do something completely different and now this degree is totally useless to me.
Yeah.
And so I always told people like, oh, I got a degree that I, did 4 years of schooling to show that I can talk to people. But like it's a valuable trait. Like,
Yeah.
it goes a long way.
Yeah.
Especially I think where charisma doesn't get you, because I think a lot of people are just like born with charisma and personality and all that. Learning how to communicate can get you the rest of the way. So, yeah.
It sounds so wise. I love this. That's so good.
So are there any new skills that you'd like to pick up along the way to get to like the position you want in your career?
Yeah. So I've always kind of struggled with like giving critiques, I guess, to people. I got better at it at Dutch Bros. I kind of learned that like, hey, this isn't me hating you or like having it out for you or anything like that. I give critiques because I know you can do better and I see the potential and so like I want to build that in you. But it's an uncomfortable conversation. Like I just in the last year, it's actually like one of the main compliments that I get from my boss is how well I take criticism. Is like I'm not gonna like hold this against you. Like you're just my boss. Like you're just trying to help me and help the company. So like I'll just take it on the chin and we'll just keep moving.
Fair enough.
But
As far as when I grow up,
giving it to other people, it's an uncomfortable thing. And so
yeah,
I've always struggled with confrontation and all of that. The whole like, hey, can I talk to you in the back or like come to my office type thing. I'm just, but hopefully I'll build those skills and get a little better with it. So.
Is there anything other than just like your communication skills that you feel like has successfully gotten you like that benefits you where you are right now?
I would probably say just like a good support system. I mean, like from day one, my family's always been like, you do whatever you want to do. And you just like, if you want to change jobs, even though you've only been there for 6 months, change jobs, like having met Canyon and like moving in with him. I started at Planet Fitness, and I had a bachelor's degree when I started at Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
so it was just like a starter job. Also, Texas minimum wage is $7.25, guys. And so when I came to New Mexico and it was $12 an hour, I was like, I'm about to be bowling. Like I'm so excited. And then I realized really quickly, like $12 an hour still isn't a whole lot.
No, it's indeed
Yeah.
not.
So that's why I kind of like kept jumping and
Yeah.
to figure out what I want. But yeah, I would just say like a support system that just helped me through every job transition, as well as like just the like financial support. I think too. It's
Yeah.
worth noting. Like
Yeah.
there for a long time, I was kind of ashamed, I guess, to say like, oh yeah, my parents helped me with college. Like I'm one of
Yeah.
those kids. But
No,
it's
yeah.
also like if I do act like that, like what does that say about me?
Yeah,
Like,
it
I
says-
have the luck and the fortunateness to like have a family that could help me.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to utilize that. I think it's almost more disgraceful to like not use your resources. Like I
Yeah.
tell my friends all the time, she's got
Like letting your pride get in the way
yeah,
type.
exactly. And she's got a family that has like a lot of connections in town, and she's like, I just don't want to use that. And I'm like, it's actually more disgraceful to not, because so many people don't have access to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So like, what you're gonna like fall on your sword and be like, oh, I'm not gonna use
Like,
that
can I use
resource?
it then?
Yeah, right,
Or,
exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
because
you're not.
I'm in need actually.
Yeah, and I'm not too proud.
You can have
so-
my connection.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you my number right now.
Yeah. So no, I would definitely say just like how supportive everyone has been, my family.
I love that. That's so cute because even that's rare
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people who come from different paths and they're just by themselves. Like they don't have a significant other, they don't have a friend group, they don't have a family. They're just like trying to get on.
And also, like, why lie? Like, why look at someone and be like, oh yeah, I did all of this on my own, brick by brick, and they're like, oh, why am I not where you're at? When it's like, well, because I didn't do it brick by brick.
No,
because I had
yeah.
a family that like got me to this point, and if
Yeah.
I don't acknowledge that, then that's a slap in the face to you, who had
Yeah.
been working twice as hard as I've
Yeah.
had to.
And also to your family because you're not giving them any credit.
Right? They're like, okay, that's cool. Like next year we won't, but you know,
fair enough. Yeah, literally.
So.
But I think it's cool that even though we all came from such different places, like, or look at us sitting in this room together. Like that's so cool to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have anything else? Okay, proceed.
So, what is some career advice that you could give to us or even future students?
I would definitely say like job jumping, as like kind of stressful and unstable as it was, at least gave me the perception of like or perspective of like different jobs. I actually forgot, but I did intern for a lawyer for a while. I thought like I wanted to go the political science route, or maybe be a lawyer and see whatever what that looked like. And when I interned for one, I was like, ooh, heck no. That is like not at all what I'm interested in. It's a lot of research and a lot of
Yeah.
but that experience gave me insight into being a lawyer, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And so
Yeah.
every job kind of showed me different aspects, and even
Yeah.
though they were like, a host at Cheesecake Factory or Planet Fitness worker or whatever, like
Yeah.
small menial jobs, it was still different aspects,
And it
of
was
that,
different
like,
experiences.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And like, the clerical work or the communication side of things, or having a team or being a manager, like it all taught me something. And so I think
Yeah.
that would be my biggest piece of advice to kids like in college or high school is like try things out. Like
Yeah.
if you can get an internship to do something, like do it. And don't be so worried about how long you spend there and like how, beefed up your resume looks. Because
Yeah.
I promise you, if you spend a year and a half at a job you hate, and then you're gonna go to the next job and be like, oh, I didn't like this, but this is all the experience I have. Like,
Yeah.
why would they hire you?
Yeah.
Like that was my friend. She did like 2 years of retail, but she doesn't like retail. But
I
now the
hate
only
retail.
jobs that will hire her is retail.
Because that's where her experience is.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hate
4
retail.
years.
God
Yeah.
bless.
Exactly.
I did retail literally for a month. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Have fun.
No, I never did retail, and but I
God bless.
to.
I worked at
Yeah.
Marshall's for like a month.
No, yeah, I did the food industry. That was rough, but
That's the one thing I wouldn't do. Like,
Yeah.
I'll stay in retail. I may not like it, but I'll stay in it.
Maybe
But
maybe
I
it
won't
was
do
where I was
food.
at. I was also in Roswell. This Marshall seems pretty cool.
Well,
But I'm not going back. I have a job now.
yeah, no, the food industry it's like a whole different beast.
Yeah.
And I remember like when I think it was probably this job that I was like, I might, fingers crossed, never have to do fast food ever again.
God
and
bless.
I like every time I like run into somebody who's working fast food and they just look so depleted and sad, I just want to like take them by the hands and be like, it won't be forever. Like one day, temporary, yes, and like there's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You will get out, I promise. Because, like, I love people.
just around the
I love doing the
corner.
customer service aspect of things, but, like, the food industry is rough. Like, I just can't. So, no. Yeah.
Indeed it is. God bless. All right. Well, one last thing, and then we'll end it because we're actually doing so great on time right now. So we've bombarded you with all these questions. So do you have any questions for us before we head out?
Oh my gosh. So cool. Yeah. No, I'd love to ask you a question.
Oh no,
so-
I'm scared. I hate when they actually ask me questions.
He said, I was just kidding.
Just joking because the cameras.
So what do y'all want to do after college?
Shaking in my boots. For me, I mean, I do want to at least find some internships for next year since next year is my last year. But I'm planning on being a child psychologist or clinical psychologist in the Air Force, but I'm definitely leaning towards children. I really want to help children. I think children's feelings are very overlooked, especially their mental health.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's like a calling to me to
Yeah.
help children.
No, that's awesome. I think that's huge, and it's like so indicative of your character. I think because I like children. That's a whole other breed too. Is like that experience, and it shapes their whole life. So and that's why I always like. For a while, I didn't want to have kids because I was like, man, you could tell a kid they're beautiful every single day, and then one day you're like, that dress looks bad on you, and then now they have insecurities for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
They're going to therapy because of you, and I was like, I can't do that, So no, but I think that's really awesome. That's exciting.
I'm doing the same thing.
Really? Okay,
I
cool.
actually have an internship hopefully lined up for the summer. We have a CASA center
Yeah.
in Roswell,
Mhm.
and they do group therapy that I've actually attended before when I was younger. So I'm gonna go volunteer at it and lead it for a whole. I think it's like 8 weeks, so
Yeah.
2 months. So the summer.
Yeah.
But it's only once a week. I get to work with kids from like high middle school to all the way to being a senior. So it's like 8th grade to 12th grade, and it's a huge variety of kids. And I think they're gonna let me do boys and girls.
Yeah.
Even though obviously I only intended the girls, but like girls can work for guys too. Diversity. But so yeah, they have that lined up for me. So hopefully I can like do it like time frame wise because I'm gonna be working over the summer, obviously. But the initial goal is to work for kids too.
No.
Like even I really wanted to do like younger kids, like elementary,
Mm-hmm.
but in all reality, I feel like real trauma starts in middle school.
Yeah.
Like that's where like the genuine bullying starts. I feel like that's where you start to hit puberty, like a good like 8th grade, So I feel like I want to work with like late middle school, early high school.
I think that's really cool that both of y'all are gonna like want to go into this because I'm sure y'all like get along great. Y'all obviously do this and everything, but you are both kind of different. Like
Yeah.
and I think both of your personalities are really great for that field, like in different spectrums. So that's
Thank you.
That's really
Actually,
awesome.
I might go cry about that later. That touched my heart a little. I won't go cry about it, guys. I'm just kidding.
No, that's really cool. Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
This is now my podcast, guys.
Career talk with Anna. Just the A, not CIA. It's just career talk with A.
Okay, what would you say that like what age do you think you should have life figured out? Yeah, I know. Sorry. Sorry to throw that.
Well, it's not figured out yet. So
How old am I? How much longer I got?
I feel like definitely reaching like mid-20s is like when it needs to like settle down and have like all your ducks in a row.
Sure. Yeah.
Like maybe 25 is
If I don't have it figured out by 30, I'm giving up.
exactly that. Exactly that. Because like once you're reaching your early 20s, you're just you're just getting into a bunch of new things. You're learning a lot of new things. You're just starting your
We're
adulthood.
finishing school.
Exactly.
The career is finally starting to look serious.
And like adulthood's really starting. So I
games
say
are not to be
25.
played any longer.
Exactly.
Lucy crashing out because that's her right now.
Lucy,
Mention us. Lucy, we're cheering for you. We're team.
You got it,
so
Lucy.
You're
So
welcome.
Lucy's gonna be amazing.
She's gonna do great. I'm gonna come to your clinic. Okay. I need you. I'm just kidding. She better learn all the extra lore. Yeah, I'm not letting you do that. I'm not paying you to do that. You have The next client got you.
You've already learned all my lore with no money. So
With there you go. Free sessions is crazy. So you could go in with experience, you know. You know what's even funnier?
Resume.
This is why we need a behind the scenes camera,
Yeah.
guys. Because
See,
they
just
can't
see
hear
us.
you.
It's
just
You're talking to ghosts. No one's behind the camera.
Guys, we should do like a little clip on our phone, and none of you guys are there. Cut that out though. This is
8 different cameras.
and that's it. Oh my goodness.
No, but I think, yeah, like I that makes sense. 25, 23. I
Yeah.
think as I've gotten older that I've realized that it's just never ending. Like
Yeah.
there's good. I know, super exciting. Like, well, it's like whenever you feel like you've gotten one thing figured out, something else kind of takes a hit, and so you've got to figure that out. And you're also always learning about yourself. Like,
Yeah.
that, like the last 2 years, I've learned so much about myself and like who I am, how I learn, how I make friends, what kind of friend I am.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well, not only what roles you need, but what role you play.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely, and like shaping that too. Like, do I like the kind of friend I am?
Yeah.
Like how do I improve on that? And so yeah, I think it's just never ending, like trying to keep your ducks in a row. But I would say like that's what I'm hoping, like 30, hit it,
Yeah.
at least by then. Like
No
I'm
later
out.
than 30.
I mean, it's never gonna
please.
settle down, but
There's no
That's
way,
what they always say,
no
like,
way I see a 4 creeping up in my age and I still don't got it figured out.
You'll never be ready. That's what they always say. So.
you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh, cool. This was so good, guys. And we still got 13 minutes. You know, on these cameras though, we had that little break. So we actually made you right on time. So, well, we appreciate you so much, Anna. This was so fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
This was so fun. I really
Listen.
enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Anna, for joining us.
No problem.
And we'll see you next time. Stay tuned for the next one. Later, things. Okay. I think it's been drying throughout this entire podcast. So at the beginning of it and at the end, my hair's gonna literally look different.
It's okay.
Sorry. So with those opportunities being available, are there you better be writing this down as a blooper. Okay, start over. In scene.
Yeah, Gabby, get in here, Griff.
In your sweatsuit. and
In your
all.
sweatsuit. Sweatsuit, bun, glasses.
Sorry, I read my thing and I realized I already went over it without looking at my card. You're writing that down because that's anyway.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We got it. I'll make them up as I go. I've got one, but I don't like it, so I'm gonna ask it everyone.
Okay, so going back, sorta. No, just kidding. Not going back. I don't know what I'm saying. Cut that. 4305. Thank.
That's all that matters.
Like right now, my voice is like, meh. But like when we start talking, my voice will change pitches.
Yeah.
Just for pure camera purposes.